Hi, good evening. Good
Ayan.
evening to everyone. I'm
Oo.
sorry. Yeah. Okay,
Ayan.
good evening to everyone and to all those who are watching our show. Good evening.
Opo. Sir, unahin ko na po yung lumabas po na pag-aaral sa Okta. So, talagang marami yung umaasa na maibase sa ebidensya. Posible ba yon? Kasi parang inisip ko, sige, gusto nating lahat yan na wag sana based on politics. Pero habang umuusad po yung trial, parang hindi natin maisantabi yung politika eh. Hindi po ba? The fact na it's a political process?
In fact, may mga nagsasabi, 'di ba, na isang resource person natin dito nagsabi na lumalabas na yung political colors nung iba.
Yes. Oo.
Yeah, I think clear naman ho na the impeachment is a political process. Clear naman sa ating mga kababayan na talagang hindi mo mapipigilan ng politika. Pero ito ay pangalawang survey na po namin. Just to give everyone background, yung survey na to ginawa nationwide, 1,200 respondents. Yung ating survey error, margin of error is plus minus 3%. Ginawa to nung July 4 to 11. Klarong-klaro, no? Ito ay pangalawa sa impeachment probes namin. Nung first quarter, ano yung lumabas? Anong gusto ng ating mga kababayan? Majority ho gusto ng patas or fair. Pangalawa, they want an impartial, walang kinikilingan na impeachment trial. At lastly, gusto nila nakabase sa evidence. Majority ho ng ating mga kababayan hindi naniniwala in the first quarter of 2026 na ganun nga ang mangyayari. Wala pa ho yung impeachment trial noon. Ngayon, nag-cover kasi ang swerte ng Okta Research nung nagsagwa kami ng aming survey, natamaan ho yung unang week ho ng impeachment trial. So, malaki kaagad yung impact, no? Kasi nagkaroon kaagad ng impression ng mga kababayan natin dahil napanood nila. Gustong-gusto nila na malimit ho yung political consideration. Yun ho yung spirit ng question na to. So, ano ba? Ano ba ang gusto niyo maging basihan ng desisyon ng ating mga senadores? 71% po ng ating mga kababayan ang nagsasabi dapat nakabase siya sa batas, dapat nakabase sa ebidensya, consistent siya doon sa pre-trial survey namin ng first quarter. And of course, 21% ang nagsasabi political considerations. So, I think this is just this is really information para sa ating mga senator judges. In the end, ano ba talaga ang magiging basihan, di ba? Hindi na matatanggal yung political consideration dyan. But definitely, mga kababayan natin are not just looking at an outcome. Kakalaro ko lang hindi dito sinasabi na dapat acquit or convict. Pinag-uusapan nila that the process is as important as the outcome.
Pero, sir, medyo nababother ako na may 7% na don't know. Bakit di nila alam?
Ako naman lagi naman may merong mga nakatago sa kuweba, hindi nila alam yung There's always a percentage of our population that's not connected or not engaged in the more important things that are happening in our republic. So, but I think the more important number is really 71%. It's a very strong message by the people that they want the process to be fair, impartial, and evidence-based. And I think that's a very important foundation for our own. In the end, the decision will be made by our senator judges.
Okay. Sorry sir, bago ko lang po ipasa kay Chiki. I wonder kung meron po sa survey na nagsasabi kung ano yung definition ng mga tao sa salitang patas. Kasi minsan nakakatawa yung ibang mga tao na sinasabi na patas pero ang ibig pala nilang sabihin ay pumabor ka sa gusto ko. That's fair for them. So I wonder if there is such a definition.
We didn't give a definition, madam. So I think
opo.
we just left it to the basic understanding of our kababayan. So ang concept nila ng fair is patas. Ang concept nila ng, kasi yung ginamit namin ng word
Opo.
patas, walang kinikilingan at nakabase sa ebidensya. Yun ang ginamit namin sa first quarter survey namin nung March. Ito na second quarter na to, bagong-bago na to. Ito talaga tinamaan na yung impeachment. Ito yung pinakabago for the whole country right now. Kasi July 4 to 11 to. This is the latest as far as Okta is concerned. And I think looking at all the other surveys, they weren't able to cover the actual impeachment trial, no? So we're going to release a significant number of probes focusing on this. And I think this is one of the more powerful ones. I think this will help guide also. We hope that it will help guide our senator judges na people are looking not just at the outcome, whether it's acquit or convict, but they're also looking at a fair process. Tandaan natin yung mga kababayan natin na sumusuporta kay VP Duterte, they want this process to be fair, impartial, and evidence-based because for many of them, and this is seen in our FGDs, this is seen also in the surveys in the first quarter, nakikita nila na ang trial, ang tingin kasi na maraming Pilipino, yung trial process na judicial process, yan ay isang fair and honest and a process that helps everyone. So ang tingin nila sa pagpunta ka sa korte, patas yan, no? And so ang tingin nila, number one, they want the trial to continue. Nangyari na nga siya. That's 7 out of 10 Filipinos want the trial to happen. First quarter reading namin. And I think we're very happy to see na malapit rin, no? Yung findings ng isang survey company rin sa nakita namin. And marami may gusto sa proseso ng impeachment para ma-clear yung name niya. So at one level, may mga kababayan tayo nakikita siyang paraan para sa katarungan, sa pananagutan or accountability. Pero marami sa ating kababayan na sumusuporta kay VP Duterte. Nakikita nilang paraan to para malinis yung kanyang pangalan.
Good evening po, si Chicky Verhel po ito. So sabi nyo nga po, according to the survey, na 71% ang gustong dapat evidence-based ang magiging desisyon ng impeachment court dito sa impeachment trial ni VP Sara. How should the prosecution and the defense team take this pagdating doon sa presentation ng evidence nila, sa style ng present ng evidence nila, paano nila i-communicate dapat yung evidence nila?
Well, this is just, honestly, the impeachment trial should be insulated from all outside influence, no? Although that can't happen because yung impeachment trial natin is not it's not insulated naman, no, from all types of influence. Ang maganda dyan, they do their job, no? Present the evidence. Kasi ang laki ng impact nito sa prosecution. In the end, the prosecution has to basically communicate to the court. Ano ba talaga yung mga paratang, di ba? They have to prove it. And it seems like the Filipino people want to hear the evidence. Yun yung implication.
Mm-mm.
But of course, if I was in the opposition or in the prosecution or in the defense, I wouldn't take any of these considerations. Kasi I have to do a job. The defense has to defend the vice president, and the prosecution has to lay out the case. But one thing is for sure, I think this is more important for the senator judges, is that, political considerations are not that big a deal for our own kababayans. They're watching and they want a process that's fair, impartial, and evidence-based. This is not the first time it was seen in a survey probe. First quarter, ganun ang tingin ng ating mga kababayan. In the second quarter, where we have now actual citizens who we were able to interview, watch the impeachment trial, know about it, and are saying we want a process that is fair, impartial, and evidence-based. And in this particular case, if there's going to be a decision-making that's going to be done, and the senator judges are going to make that decision, not anyone else, not the Supreme Court, not people outside, they have to do it using evidence and law as the basis for their judgment, more than their political considerations.
Pero, sir, pwede na ba akong mag-shift lang ako ng topic tungkol doon sa SONA? Kasi on Monday, of course, ikalimang State of the Nation address na ni PBBM. Ano po ba yung gustong o dapat nating marinig mula sa Pangulo after ng mga pinaghuhugutan nating issue nung 2025 na SONA? Pero Prof, bago po ninyo sagutin yan, magbe-break lang po tayo ng mabilis lang po. Prof, okay lang po ba?
Thank you.
Opo, dyan lang po muna kayo saglit, Prof. Magbe-break po tayo. Babalikan po natin mga kapatid si Professor Ranjit Rai. Huwag kayong aalis. Babatiin ko na muna
si Sid Gutierrez, si Reynaldo Pascua, si Jerisa May, and si Bert Saez. Good evening sa inyo.
Mga kapatid, babalikan natin mamaya pag umi-air na ulit tayo sa TV si Professor Ranjit Rai. But for now, habang nandito po muna tayo sa YouTube at sa Facebook, babatuin ko rin muna si Samuel Salamanes, si Mark Anthony Belisario, magandang gabi sa'yo. Avelino Navarro, good evening. Lynette Roses, hello.
Uy, suki yan si Mark Anthony ng 1PH talaga.
Oh.
Musa Abubakar, Norma Batoon, hello din kay Helen Toren. Good evening, Arnel Gabay.
O si Ralph Domingo, agree din daw siya na dapat evidence at hindi political interest.
Ideally, oo.
Oo.
Ideally.
Etong si Lilu Multipass, nananawagan na siyang ikulong yung mga crocodile.
Gusto nating lahat yan. Prudencio Babon, hello sa'yo. JR Byron, Lawrence Lita Lodor, and Ruth Icaro. Good evening.
Eto si Marlon Caranza, may joke, pero hindi ko na mabasahin.
Ay, sayang. Sayang.
Ayokong basahin.
Oo.
Baka pagalitan ako, Marlon.
Oo. So, kung evidence-based, ako excited din ako makita yung ebidensya naman nung defense. Kasi di ba hindi pa sila
Yes,
nagpe-present? Prosecution pa lang po ang nagpe-present. Tatapusin daw muna, well, at least the initial plan, tatapusin muna yung lahat ng articles of impeachment ng prosecution. Saka magpe-present yung defense.
Ayun.
Oo.
Oh, si Rita Sunarti, magandang gabi sa'yo. Si Lilo, hi. Marlon Caranza yon. Michael Ang.
Hi, Sabina Lindio. Hello din kay Mark Aklen, kay Sergio Pasha, at kay Kim Chua.
Romel Bautista. Oh, magandang gabi sa'yo. Init ng ulo mo. Dami daw kasi magnanakaw.
Oh, naman. Lydia Cabansay, hello sa'yo dyan. Soji Gaday.
Mga kapatid, nagbabalik po ang STL at kasama pa rin po natin si Professor Ranjit Rai. Prof, balikan lang po natin yung tanong ko kanina. Ano po ba yung mga dapat nating marinig mula po sa SONA ni PBBM on Monday? Ay, naka-mute po, sir.
Sorry.
Ayan.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Ang primary expectation po ng mga ating kababayan, doon natin makikita na naman sa surveys natin. First quarter survey and I know that second quarter survey results, no. Okay, just para sa mga kababayan natin, i-release namin yung first salvo ng surveys namin sa Sunday, this coming Sunday. And the whole of next week, ayaw namin kasi makaapekto sa SONA rin to, no. We're releasing also yung socio-economic indicators namin. Ano ang pangunahing mga pangangailangan or pangunahing sabi na, urgent personal at saka national concerns ng mga kababayan natin? Yun ang importanteng basihan eh. Yun sana ang tutugunan ng SONA natin. So ano yung top 3? Number 1, presyo ng bilihin, inflation. Napakataas na siya. And umiinda na lahat ng mga kababayan natin. Number 2, yung access to affordable food, no? Issue 'yan. Pero hindi na siya ganun kalaki. Malaki na naitulong ng gobyerno diyan sa pagbaba ng presyo or pag making it accessible. At saka number 3 of course, yung trabaho, kita at trabaho. So, 'yan yung mga yan yung mga core issues eh. Nasa top 5 rin yung corruption, pero hindi siya kasi taas ng first 3 na 'yon na sinabi natin. And so, yun ang sana inaasahan natin, bigyan ng pansin ng presidente kasi yung ibang political issues hindi na siya ganun ka-importante, as important, as urgent as yung mga issues na sinabi ng mga kababayan natin in 2 quarters of surveys na. So klarong-klaro kailangan talaga matugunan yung economic hardship ng mga kababayan natin. Now, yung hardship natin dala rin siya ng mga problema domestic, pero it's mostly imported kasi nga may gera sa Middle East, tumaas ang presyo ng langis. And nung time ng survey namin, nagsimula tumaas yung presyo ng langis. So nakikita na natin na it's going to have an impact on the president's trust and performance ratings, no. That is not to say that number 2, sana meron tayong report ng presidente kung anong nangyari doon sa Mahiya kayo, no. Yung kanyang anti-corruption drive, no? Marami nang nangyari, pero siguro yung Mahiya naman kayo directives niya, sana nagbunga, no? May makukulong, May nakulong na, may makukulong pa, no? Yun talaga yung ano yun talaga yung issue diyan. Tapos of course, syempre yung budget natin, fiscal yung reality, no, na kulang. In these hard times, kailangan talaga pumasok ang estado, pumasok ang gobyerno. Yung ayuda, malaking bagay yan. Although hindi siya magandang strategy long term, pero sa ngayon talaga, grabe ho yung economic and cost of living crisis natin. Crisis na siya in a sense sa mga kababayan natin. And sana naman ho, may bago siyang sasabihin about this. Government has already issued some nominal, very small wage increases at the regional level. Sana ho meron siyang bagong i-announce na mga programa as a urgent personal concerns. Isa national, no? So yung top 3, number 5 ay corruption. So sana dapat may reports on that. Sa personal concern, alam mo yung health, malaking bagay ho sa ating mga kababayan.
Yes.
For the last 3 years, most Filipinos are just one health crisis away from poverty. Alam mo yun? And so number 1 sa amin surveys is really, ano yung personal concern, is really health. Okay? How do we make health care accessible, more efficient and effective in this country? And I know that there are attempts, hindi naman nagkulang ang gobyerno sa ideas, pero yun nga, we need to have real programs that help the poor, no, manage health concerns. Kasi yan ho, number 1 sa surveys for the past 3 years. Actually, if you want to include COVID, last 5 years, no? So, yan ho yung lumalabas survey. So, if there's something the president can talk about, it should be something about health, no? The corruption issue is an important issue. He needs to do a report. He has to come out with his report card on that. People are not satisfied, seemingly, no, with the results, no, of the initiatives done by government as far as the flood control scandal is concerned. And that's we have data about that, no. But our most important work was done. Yung pinaka-importante namin survey was done in the 4th quarter of 2025 for the Office of the Ombudsman. And doon klarong-klaro, ang mga kababayan natin, alam nila kung anong ibig sabihin ng corruption. Nakikita nila na sagabal to sa kaunlaran. Pangatlo, and very important, na-experience nila to. 6 out of Filipinos experience this every day, every time they go to government, no? Pero yung flood control, while they see it as important, ang isang problema ho talaga yung corruption doon sa mga government agencies, yung permits, licenses, yun ho na-experience ng everyday Filipino. If we can do something about that, at kaya gawa ng paraan ng presidente yan. And we did this report for the ombudsman. He's already going through his regional ombudsman. Kailangan na mag-assign ng ombudsman sa bawat government agency para matigil na. Kukuha ka ng lisensya para sa kotse, kukuha ka ng permits at saka iba-ibang klaseng mga papeles para makakuha ka ng trabaho. Yun ho na-experience ho ng everyday Filipino at lumalabas ho sa survey namin.
Opo. Nako. Prof, madami pa sana kaming itatanong kasi may mga issues pa ng West Philippine Sea. Kaya lang po, bitin na po tayo sa oras. Pero for now, magpapasalamat po muna kami sa inyo, Professor. Sa uulitin po, Prof, ha?